Hello again and welcome back, ghouls and goblins. My name's Hello Good Game. Pleased to be your host within this Magic the Gathering Arena Deck Guide video, in which we prefer to play standard best of one day to day. However, we also explore other formats periodically. Thank you for taking the time to support the channel. I truly appreciate it. In this specific video, we will be breaking down a Golgari Midrange deck, a black and green build focused on outvaluing your opponent. We'll break down the deck list in depth, discussing both these strategies as well as synergies held within, giving you a deeper understanding of how to pilot the deck effectively. Furthermore, we will demonstrate all of this against the best of the best in-game, both decks and opponents, and then finally wrapping up with our concluding thoughts, deck review, and channel news. If you want to help out, it's easy peasy lemon squeezy. Just leave a like. Boom, you're done. You did it. Thank you. You have my eternal gratitude. You can also comment if you have any thoughts and opinions throughout the video, as well as subscribing to the channel for future content. And finally, joining that community Discord if you ever want help with your personal deck. Okay, so cheers, enjoy, and let's take a look at the new deck.
It's a new lap record!
Golgari Grinder version 2 is a revamp of an older deck that we focused on when the set first came out. We are kind of fine-tuning it, getting rid of the loose ends, and just climbing rank with it as much as we possibly can. I understand it's not the most original deck, but at the end of the day, many of you are just looking to win games, and I've got a couple cards that can help you accomplish that. First and foremost, we are running 4 copies of Shieldred. We want to play this on turn 4 almost every game. This is why we have 4 copies of it. It's also the highest priority removal card, I think, in-game right now. So it's nice to have multiple copies of it, as it may be exiled, worst case scenario. Best case scenario, simply destroyed. And of course, if you're unfamiliar, 4 mana, 4 power, 5 toughness with Death Touch. Whenever you draw a card, you gain 2 life. Whenever they draw a card, they're going to lose 2 life, which is absolutely phenomenal. So there are very few creatures within this deck, but they're quite high value. Our next will be Glissa Sunslayer for 3, a 3/3 with First Strike and Death Touch. Whenever dealing combat damage with Glissa, we will choose 1, 2-player, of course, drawing a card, losing 1 life, destroying enchantment, or removing 3 counters from target permanent. That can be quite nice to keep planeswalkers under control. All right, so our next creature will be the Mosswood Dread Knight for 2 mana, a 3/2 with Trample. When it dies, we may cast it from our graveyard as the adventure until the end of our next turn, which is cool. Dread Whispers for 2 at sorcery as the adventure. You draw a card and lose 1 life, which is quite nice for that mid to late game value. Typically, I like to play it first and foremost on curve as a 3/2. It can defend, it can attack, and then later on, once we have mana to cast multiple cards per turn, the 2 mana is no problem. You can cast it early on curve if you need the land, right? Otherwise, I think the creature is a little bit better. And then our final creature of the deck will be another Shieldred. This one costs 5 mana, a 4 power, 5 toughness with Menace. When it enters the battlefield, each opponent will sacrifice a non-token creature or planeswalker, acting as removal, which is quite nice. Furthermore, we can pay 5 if our opponent has 8 cards in their graveyard, transforming it into the True Scriptures. And when it enters play, for each opponent, destroy up to 1 target creature or planeswalker that they control, more removal. Then on our next upkeep, each opponent discards 3 cards and then mills 3 cards. And then on the following upkeep and the third trigger, put all creature cards from all graveyards into the battlefield under your control. Exile the Scripture back into Shieldred, the 4/5 with Menace, in which that ETB will re-trigger, which is pretty doggone cool, if you don't mind thinking so yourselves. Bringing all those creatures back into play is going to be super duper helpful as well. Right, so these are all of our creatures in deck, of course, doubling down with some value generation within them as well. Our removal within the build will entail 4 copies of Cut Down, 1 mana instant speed, destroying target creature with total power and toughness 5 or less, which we can reduce with Lockthwain Scorn 2 mana, sorcery speed, target creature gets -3/-3 until the end of turn. You gain 2 life, so hit it with the Scorn first, reducing its total power and toughness, and then you can easily clean it up with Cut Down, no problems here. We can hit literally anything, well, not artifacts or enchantments, with Bitter Triumph for 2 mana, instant speed, and as an additional cost to cast the spell, either discard a card or pay 3 life. We have a ton of life gain, so that's not really a problem. We have a ton of graveyard recursion, so that's not necessarily a problem either. As the Virtue for 7, at the beginning of our upkeep will allow us to place a target creature card from either graveyard, any graveyard, into the battlefield under our control. So, you can discard creatures to replay them later. That's fine. You can also pay life because, well, you've got the life gain here as well, which is quite dandy. And then Liliana acting as removal as well for 3 mana, 3 starting loyalty. As she enters, -2. Target player sacrifices a creature, which is really cool. Residual value as she remains in play, +1. Each player discards a card. -6. Separate all permanents target player controls into 2 piles, and then that player sacrifices all permanents in the pile of their choice, which is kind of crazy. So if you do get this, you want to kind of split their lands into 2 piles and make sure that the piles are divided evenly, so you do get a good amount of value through that -6, which is nice. Generating value within the deck through Dig Up, 1 mana, sorcery speed, grabbing a basic land from our library in hand and shuffle, and if we cleave it for 4, we get to find any card, which is incredible. One card that we may look for will be the Phyrexian Arena for 3, an enchantment, and at the beginning of your upkeep, you may draw a card if you do lose 1 life, and of course, that is no problem if we have Sheoldred in play, and typically isn't really a problem regardless. As we have so much life gain, we have so much removal, the aggro decks aren't really that much of a problem. And furthermore, we could potentially, with Dig Up, search for if we wanted a Gix's Command for 5 mana, sorcery speed, choosing 2 of the 4, putting 2 +1/+1 counters on to 1 target creature. It will gain lifelink until the end of turn. Phenomenal. Destroy each creature with power 2 or less. We don't have any, so no problem here. And then return up to 2 creature cards from the graveyard to your hand. This could be good if we've discarded them earlier with the Bitter Triumph or Liliana's Plus. And then finally, each opponent sacrifices a creature with the highest power among creatures that they control. This is typically quite nice as well for that removal. The Restless Cottage ×4. Yes, just keeping it consistent. It is a phenomenal land to have, controlling our opponent's graveyard, right? It's a 4/4 that generates a food token as well as exiling a card from their grave. Of course, the Waste and Glade here for our dual land consistency as well. And of course, we do have some basics for Dig Up, as well as our utility lands within the Mire and Who Endures. Absolutely phenomenal. Thank you all so much for partaking in the deck tech portion of the video. If you found any value, make sure to smash, absolutely pummel that thumbs up button. You can also leave a comment. If you have any thoughts, concerns, questions, if you're looking for help within your own personal deck, join the community Discord link in the link tree within the description below. Thank you so much. Enjoy today's gameplay. Going first, great land. A little slow, but what else are we going to do? Dig Up for land? No, not needed. Let's hang out and, maybe that grabs a draw engine for us or something, right? Up to 21 here. Or play. It's a good defender. It forces removal, and then, maybe we double drop in the upcoming turns. If they have removal, they have removal. That's fine. Okay. And, these shoulders are going to be a little bit better. Oh, going right for it, huh? Let's get that out of the way. Oof. So this is great. They need to remove this. If they can, I'm impressed. Fourth land, 1 attack. They could frenzy us, definitely. Here's a Kumano. Could still frenzy us. Lightning play with fire as well. 3 left in hand. Charming Scoundrel is a go. I don't mind. A second Monstrous Rage, obviously. Treasure Lightning Strike. Thinking and. Thinking and. Thinking and. It's a very complex playline for Mono Red here. They may have disconnected. Let's keep that in mind as well. You're not always being roped out of spite or whatever it happens to be. I don't know. But sometimes there's connection issues. The arena servers are neat. And there will be no block. It's all yours, brah. I was thinking not so much. Maybe we might block if we didn't have life gain in hand. But this is just going to be probably one of the grossest things I've ever done. Take the low priority one first. Just to see if they have anything. I don't think they do. And it would remove this, but I guess also still save it. Because it goes to 2. But then up to 6. I will defend. Hashtag big chillin'. 3 in hand after the draw. 5 available mana with the treasure. An additional +1/+1 counter on their next creature via Kumano. They do get the Bloodthirsty in for 3, plus they can kick it, recasting from their grave, I believe, a Monstrous Rage. Now to 4 with the kicked +1/+1, growing as high as a 7 Thiv, which is freaking huge, dude. So Shelly's going to get in the way. We take some damage, we remove it, right? Shelly is a go. Land is out. A pass turn. I would not mind a dig up. Potentially some more life gain. Really anything is good. Another virtue. They could remove maybe another Shieldred, right? 2 cards in hand. Land is coming up. We will jump in. Landadelphia. That's the priority removal here. I understand that they most likely have something. The Death Touch will still take it, though, and we do mitigate the damage. I guess we should have held up a bit. We could simply race with our food tokens. Cleave for 4. Not great. Because we can't play the creature as well. I guess. And I don't really want to draw for life either. I would rather just get in there, block. Draw the swamp. In play. Two cards in hand. We have 11 life. We're at 6. 7th land is a virtue. Yeah, just exile Adelphia. Go for it, dude. Not a land. It's fine. Okay, for 4, we will take from their grave a lightning strike. Food tokens up. We do need a land. Preferably off the top of our library. Swiftspear. It is semi-threatening. I'll take one. Really? Okay, let's see if you've got removal or protection. I didn't want to take it earlier in case it was a Monstrous Rage, and I would not have appreciated that. All right, let's eat the food. They are Glissa. Kumano to 12. I think we land attack for 7. Good game. All right, going first, 2 land. And what could go wrong? Well, you could brick against a control deck. That's what could go wrong. Or get incredibly lucky. No land. This will be fine. Just gonna pay for it. Looking for a second swamp. Just grab it. It's not worth much. Keep the battlefield open for when Liliana hits, I hope. Nice. She's in play. Should be good to go. The draw is good, without doubt.
Drop it.
Interesting. Again, just take it. Pass over, instant speed removal up. Is that... what? Really? 3 Inspiring Overseers. That's very interesting. Removal on Lily. 4 cards left. Yeah, 3 Virtues in a row is fair. My Virtues don't draw cards. This does, though. Another land, that's great. And we can now explore for our 6th. And then hopefully 7th. Pilgrim's a go. Shadow Priest is a go. That needs to be removed. Oh. Well, I don't mind if I do, Hugh. That will drop its power. It should work, I think, right? Regardless, I just need to hit the 1. They have removal on the night? You jerk. It's fine. It's not great. Yeah, I wonder. Oh, it gets to stay alive. Well, we still need it to take the small one anyways. It's because the effect is resolving before the death of the trigger, or the card, which pushes it up, I guess. Makes sense. Last card, and it is a good one. Hit for 2 to 19. We're gonna probably sacrifice the draw. Just get shouldered out. Can't tell me what to do. Another land. Having the knight in grave, not really a bad thing considering we're sitting on 3 virtues. Grab a land for the turn. No attacks. And now we just hang out. This is interesting. No blocks. Ooh. Hello. Hello. Good game. Easy peasy. Opponent goes first. Let's keep 7. In slow, but 3 land is good. Mono red on the play. What could go wrong? Turn 1 removal now accessible. Thank you. Turn 2 is there as well. We are curving into Sheoldred with 4 land. Hope they don't have it. They do. They don't. Beautiful. And we now find our 5th land for Gix. I will discard, though. We'll find another land. Taking Feldon. Hit for 2, 3rd land out. Pass turn. Don't really have a turn. Kind of bad. Dang, dude. Waiting me out, homie. All right. We win or lose this turn. If they remove it, we lose. If they don't, we win. Nice. Just in case they have a power-up. Oh, it's at 3 already. Never mind. This should seal the deal. Back to 22. All right. Cottage is a go as well. Good game. Our opponent will be going first. We can keep 7. Lunark's quite good. Let's open up our forest on 2. Yeah. Let's pass over. Cut down is very nice off the top here. Wow. Not funny. Hit for 2. Glissa's out on defense. Sheoldred not far behind. Removal on Brutal Cathar. Stop it. Into a knight as well. Let's give it up, ladies and gentlemen. That's so impressive. Into double exile. Are you kidding me, dude? Arena has been such a joke lately. It's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Literally unbelievable. Cathar, Thalia, double Copper Coat, Knight, double Exile. I can't believe it. We do have to pay 2 for it, which is unfortunate, but whatever. They're going to take it again with the Fox. Again, whatever. It's crazy. Very good. A little bit frustrating, but... Oh, let me guess. It's another Knight. No blocks here either. I was kidding. Wow. It's like, what game are you even playing? You know how crazy that is? Another Cathar. Oh my gosh. Isn't that wild? So like even as I'm escaping them, they're just getting more and more and more of them. That is unreal.
Enough with the mysteries. I've come. Haven't you ever heard of personal
Double Copper
space?
Coat, triple Cathar. No problem. Sure. Hilarious. What an absolute joke. Good game. I won't make you count that high. On the draw? Isn't that, like, illegal? Is my gofirst.exe not running? I will confirm my 4th land. Removal on 2, creature on 3, creature on 4. Oh. There goes my removal on 2. Bully for you. I guess Knight comes down on 2 as a creature. Ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a tempo race, it would appear. Glissa will be important. Oh, wow. That's cool. Not taking Glissa. Interesting. Interesting. Well, that's fun for me. I'm actually going to play Glissa first. It's obviously removable on their behalf with a Virtue. Let's see it. At Gixadelphia, draw 3. That is impressive. Wow. Nice. That's kind of really, really good. Dang, Dougie. We do want to race if we can. Yeah, Bat Tribal. I kind of like it. Okay. One Pilgrim. Don't remove my Glissa. Oh. Well, that's bad. Good for you. Gix is so good. I guess we search for Gix. It's all Gix. Anything that says Gix on it's good. Oh, that's bad. There goes our dig out. They might just take shoulder, though. I don't know. They've drawn like 6 cards from it. That's an auto win. There's no way they don't win this. Remove my Shieldred. Oh, well, I mean, that's cool too, I guess. No Pilgrim attack? Weird. It's too late. Far too late for us now. I mean, they're just going to virtue it back, right? Good game. Alrighty then, let's keep 7. Immediately dig for the land? No, we can play this on turn 3. Mono red, obviously. No? Crazy. Fish for our first removal spell. I'm sure we find it. I don't want to say it out loud, but... Oh, I mean, I guess that's actually worse.
Something suspicious
Right?
is going on. For once,
Bummer.
sacrifices must be made.
More removal, I'm certain. Liliana on 3 is, well, it's very good. Most likely removal or a Lily minus, but trying to curve to our virtue. Mono black can't remove the virtue, so if we can get it in play. It's our best bet, for sure. Four cards in hand. Mono black is only removal, so I imagine the removal comes from hand, and then Lily continues to plus. You're doubling down on it with your own 2 virtues, or it's cut down. Wow, that's not good. That's in fact very, very bad. Saved by the top deck? Clearly. Still at risk, though, right? Okay, we've Menace. Let's draw. We have 20 life still. Looking for our 6th and 7th land. I think we could essentially race. We're at 6. They are at 6. Let's see if they top deck their 7th. It will be problematic. Oh, nice. And our Glissa's in the grave that they'll get first. Okay. Not great. Because the Glissa can kill our Virtue. I basically have to save this to kill Glissa. But what if they grab a Shieldred? That's a risk. I think they might take Shieldred because our draw. So limit life gain. I think it is a Shieldred without doubt. Why wouldn't it be? They do go for Glissa. Wow, I suck. Wow. That's a bummer. Bit of a misread. Bit of a misread for ourselves. Oh, because they top decked their own Shieldred. I see. I understand. That's incredible. That is absolutely incredible, Dougie. Not good. I mean, there's nothing to take other than Shieldred. Right? So it's not really doing much good. Right? I mean, it's still good, but... draining the graveyard to dodge Shieldred, right? 8 or more cards in their graveyard. We do have them to 9. We're at 12. Ugh. Not good. We have Trample and Menace. They've got life gain. We need some removal off the top. Hitting for 5, 9, 10, 11. I'm not entirely certain that I see a problem with this. They can remove our arena. That's fine. I mean, the double draw would have been ideal, but it's in God's hands. AKA the Shuffler. Big money, no whammies. Give me a Gix's command off the top, right? Let me see that hot shit. Gix's command off the top. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. That's actually really good. And that's actually really bad. Land off the top. Well, we're dead. They go to 11. Plus, they've got good blocks. Double block on Shelly. Shoulder gets stopped as well. We don't even block order correctly out of sadness and frustration. Great game. My bad. Wow, okily dokily. Not a terrible deck. It does, you know, operate above 50%, which is quite nice. I wonder why. I think the 4 copies of the Restless Cottage is one of the redeeming factors in the control matchups, right? You know, taking their flashback cards. Also nicer in the other Reanimator decks, which is quite nice. While simultaneously helping us maintain pressure following a field wipe, which is pretty cool, right? Combined with all of the high-value creatures that are not just simply creatures that apply threat through damage, but also have, you know, the life gain, the chip damage, the removal and recursion, you know, the enchantment control and the draw. It's all very, very nice. And then, of course, Liliana is an absolute powerhouse. Virtue is, you know, one of the greatest removals we had in a while that pairs phenomenally with Cut Down. And then just like digging up a land to stay consistent so you're making sure that you're curving out or whatever you need to win the match. So, you know, I think it like as good as it gets. Maybe we could put a might. Maybe there's like a land to remove a land or something. Slight adjustments, but as far as like a tuned-in Golgari deck, this has got to be almost perfect. Of course, I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Let me know in the comments below. That's what it's there for. Of course, if you found any value within today's video, you enjoyed it, or entertained, feel free to leave a like. And of course, if you're looking for any help within your personal deck, we have the community Discord for that and much more. Come share your screenshots, brag about your matches, introduce yourself, play some rounds with the community. It's a nice place to meet other individuals, right? So you can play against humans, which is... You realize that the people you're playing against in-game are human, HGG. I understand, but they play like machines, freaking robots, dude. It's like Chessmaster got installed into their game client somehow. I don't understand. Friendly matches are always a ton of fun within the community, though. So those are also available within the Discord. Cheers. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you one final time before I go. And I am looking forward to seeing you all soon in the next.